Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CCS Season 5, presented by a couple different sponsors, Noah Flight, Godspeed, Texas Prospect Cup, Juice Leagues, and Sideline Sports, our media partner. Jonas, how's it going? An early afternoon, Friday stream, 4 p.m. Eastern kickoff time. Michigan from the Big Ten takes on Central Michigan from the Middle American.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I'm sad I wasn't able to. We didn't have that broadcast last night, but we're back. We got pretty fun day ahead of us. I mean, starting a little bit earlier than usual on a Friday. We'd love to see it. This will be a fun one for sure. Michigan, Central Michigan. I mean, you have that in-state rivalry, but also Central Michigan. They were a team last season. They fell just short of the national conference of the national CCS tournament, and now they're looking to try and get back there.
And the Chihuahuas were the second team out of the tournament in the fall, trying to go back for the first time in program history this spring. They're off to a decent start in the non-conference. We know right now on our birth watch we have both these teams kind of in that same position towards the wrong side of the bubble, Jonas. But it's still a long way to go for both programs. They can easily turn things around, but this win could carry at least some momentum going into conference play beginning next week.
I mean, absolutely it could. I mean, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how conference play has turned out so far for both these sides. I mean, Michigan 1-1, if I'm not mistaken. They've had a couple interesting matches. Got a Game 5 win versus UCF, and then they had their tough loss in a sweep to Texas Tech. Of course, looking to try and turn it around, but I mean, Central Michigan, they're a tough opponent.
Yeah, we're getting a server change, it looks like. We're gonna get this new server up, but again, both these teams last season missed the tournament, so neither team has really seen these CCS championships before. But I think maybe this season one of these two could. We'll see how things go the next couple weeks for both programs.
Yeah, I mean, they faced off in non-conference play last season as well. Michigan won it 3-1, so there is that little bit of history there. Of course, Central Michigan also beat UTA in non-conference, which is pretty huge. That's a nice win that they got. It almost propelled them into the conference tournament. They just fell short. Maybe if we kind of talked about it before the broadcast. If UTA just did that little bit better, maybe if they won out in their conference, then Central Michigan would have gotten in. Unfortunately, fell just 2 spots short. But yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see how this season plays out for both sides. Michigan, obviously, in one of the most difficult conferences to try and get through. I mean, they're gonna have their work cut out for them. Non-conferences, one of those spots where they really have to show what they're made of. Because in the Big Ten, it's not gonna be easy.
Not at all. I mean, again, you had last season Illinois. They were ranked in the preseason. I think they're ranked right now as well in CCS, and they missed the Big Ten tournament last fall. They got 10th place. Michigan finished 9th or 11th. They were close, but there's really good teams that miss out on that Big Ten tournament. So again, you got to be on your game each and every night. And last season Illinois, again, they're irrelevant to this conversation right now. But I mean, they had like 5 Game 5 losses. You can't have that in Big Ten play trying to compete for a spot at the championships. Illinois has been in the tournament before. Hopefully they get it together this season. They're a fun roster to watch. But Michigan, they got to get their stuff together too. I mean, this is a team that has a chip on their shoulder from last season. They're trying to prove that the wins last season weren't flukes, and to get in from Central Michigan was really, really close, second team out. But down the stretch, you got to win those close games.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverines did make it to the conference tournament last season. They lost in round 1 to Purdue. They did take a game off the Boilermakers, which at that point in time I think was pretty huge. But we'll see what they're going to be able to do this season. They have their work cut out for them, and it starts back up once again here in week 2 of non-conference. Central Michigan, they're looking to get revenge for last season. We'll have to see.
That we will. Jonas, the players are ready. In game 1, let's get down to the field. It's a little after 4 now. As the players, they get on the field, Jonas. Central Michigan takes on the Wolverines of Michigan.
Yeah, again, it'll be a fun one for sure. I mean, this one could go either way. I really am not certain what to expect at this point. Obviously, Michigan got the victory last season, but that was last season. This is a completely brand new season, a completely brand new slate, and we'll see how both these teams are able to perform.
That we will. Michigan, again, coming in, trying to go back to the Big Ten playoff tournament, but Central Michigan really, really close to the national tournament. So they're trying to get these wins where they can. But both these teams almost played on stream last week. Michigan suffered that loss to Texas Tech. Central Michigan, I believe, won whoever they were playing against. I don't remember who it was. So, but 30 seconds into this one, Jonas, down the stretch of the season, what do you need to see if you're CMU, trying to prove that you belonged last season?
I mean, it's going to be obviously a lot needs to be done in conference play. That's kind of that biggest thing that always non-conference is always huge. You sometimes go against those tougher opponents, maybe teams that you should be able to beat, but conference play, if you don't win out, it's usually tough. And Central Michigan in the MAC, they have a lot of work ahead of them. Obviously, got teams like Akron, got teams like Ball State, Bowling Green's in there, Kent State, Northern Illinois. They have a really tough conference to try and work through it. They're going to have to try and win some of those tough games and compete with some of those top 25 teams like Akron and BSU.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're CMU playing in the MAC, you have to beat, at least Kent State and NIU to really have a chance to get a fourth MAC team into the tournament. As Bowling Green, we kind of expect to finish third behind Ball State and Akron, but a chance here for Michigan. It's blocked on the goal line. That's got to be a goal for the Wolverines.
As Emso just couldn't quite get there. Sushi trying to go middle. AJ will try to get there. Another quick takeaway, and that is a rough start if you're a Wolverines fan, as CMU will break through to the other side. Now looking to respond. Will get shut down, but looking again back at last season, Central Michigan, I think one of the biggest reasons they didn't make the tournament at the end of the day was because they got round one in the conference tournament. They played Kent State round one, lost in game number 5, and I think if they won that final game of that series, we could have easily seen them in the conference tournament.
Yeah, and Kent State was the one that got in over CMU, so that game really, the winner probably would have gotten in if you were CMU in that situation. But 2:40 to go. I know the committee heavily discussed whether or not CMU should be in or out, and ultimately decided that they were the second team out of the field. But halftime, here in game number 1, Michigan and CMU still level at 0.
Yeah, we've seen both these teams. It seems like they're just kind of getting the feel for each other so far. We're seeing some decent shots from each side. We have seen the Wolverines have a few more opportunities than Central Michigan to start, but a lot of time left to go. Clear is out. AJ back for Michigan. We'll just take it all the way across, met by Trio. Clear still made by Michigan. Another quick cutoff for CMU. Not giving a lot of space here. Trio has a look. Saved by Sushi. The clear is made.
Couple great looks there. The Chippewa offense with nothing able to fall for the chips early here in game 1, Jonas. But again, Michigan had a wide open net earlier and completely hooked it. It really should be 1-0 for the Wolverines, but play continues. Minute 30 to go. Maybe a chance here for Zems. Couldn't find anything though. The Chips defense will hold off for now.
Trio, another good 50. This one might fall on target. Zems is there. Will have a clear right back out. Again, no one really able to take full advantage. That's a nice pinch up front. Sushi off the back wall. Trio there. Soft shot on target. Bewares is close. 50 is up high. Is there a follow-up in time? No. Zems able to escape again from Michigan. Another 50 from Trio. The Chips trying to do everything they can. Bewares is there. Soft touch in. And finally, CMU break through.
Central Michigan, 1:06 to go. They got their first one for Bewares. 66 seconds is now left in the clock. Michigan to fight back into game 1, Jonas. But again, really should be 1-1 now. As Michigan had a wide open net earlier and completely missed.
Yeah, that they should be. I mean, they're 0-3 on shots as of right now in this game, and they just got to find that one at least. Try and get it to OT. Bewares follow-up will be wide into the corner. Are starting to see Michigan get pushed back further and further, looking a little bit awkward on their rotations as well, congested into this corner. Bewares trying to get it middle, does so, no one in close. It'll fall to Cold Nice. No. Sushi has another clear out. Final 30 left here in regulation. Trio back wall demo. Bewares blocked. Cold Nice is there, and Central Michigan extend.
And a 2-0 lead builds for the Chippewas of Central Michigan, Jonas. 28 seconds in a 2-0 lead, fully intact. They've really taken things over in the second half.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, this was a back and forth game through the first half. But Michigan, as soon as they kind of conceded that first, it seems like the defense may have kind of lost a little bit of confidence as we saw them kind of get pushed back time and time again. Central Michigan were able to gain a lot of ground. Sushi, that's a nice bump, but where's clear? AJ won't be able to send it on target. Another swift takeaway for Central Michigan. Cold Nice looking for the final clear. Will not quite have it, but ultimately enough time is off the clock. CMU will take game number 1, and Michigan, you gotta feel like if they had that open net, they would have had a better shot.
Yeah, probably would have at least sparked some more offense, at least for Michigan. But they go into game 2, it's 1-0 in favor of Central Michigan. But the offense of Michigan's got to come alive. 3 shots is never going to win you a series like this, playing in a rivalry in-state game. But you want to win these close games. This is a game that's really going to come back to either really help or really hurt you later on in the year.
Yeah, I think if any team it would favor more, it would be Michigan if they're able to get the win. I think they are the slight underdogs in this matchup. I mean, they won last season, yes. Even then, I still think they were the slight underdogs, but I think it would really help their resume. I'm expecting Central Michigan still to do pretty decently in the MAC. I'm expecting them to kind of be that top 4, maybe top 3. We'll see how they can compete with Kent State and Bowling Green, but this would really help Michigan if they're able to get the win, but getting shut out in game 1 is never a good sign.
Not at all. This game kicked off at 9 a.m. local time in Michigan last season, and the Wolverines able to win it in 5. So we'll see kind of maybe the kickoff times are a little bit different now. But game 2, Michigan trying to level the series. CMU looking for triple match point.
Yeah, it would be a really nice spot to be in for CMU, but Michigan will strike first, and they strike early. Sushi way upfield to AJ.
And these guys are playing for a lot. 6 seconds in, they have their preferences in their name. They're trying to play for somebody special tonight.
I respect it. I respect it. Now Zems might have a look off the kickoff. He does. Michigan up 2-0 in the first 9 seconds.
And what a way to respond in game 2. Just 9 seconds in, it is a 2-0 Wolverine lead.
I don't know what happened between games 1 and 2, but Michigan seemed to have flipped the switch and now are in a really good spot. They just got to be able to hold it, but Ware's almost able to thread the needle to cut the lead in half. Sushi 1 touch out. Trio bumped off. Cold Nice takes it to the sidewall. Zem's there to meet him. Another good 50. AJ will poke one just wide. Trio makes sure it's gone by the wayside, but Sushi immediately back up. Seeing Michigan again, their offense looking much more comfortable here in game 2.
That it has to hold. The defense also has to hold on in terms of not allowing CMU to really create as few opportunities as they can hold them off to. But this first minute's been very telling in game 2 for the Wolverines and Michigan, but still a long way to go here before a 1-1 series is at hand.
Absolutely. Cold Nice. That's a nice touch out. Trio can't reach in time. Sushi sidewall double, no good. He was lining it up from range. And now Central Michigan a chance to take it away off the back wall. AJ, good dunk, right? Keeping pressure on Sushi. That's going to be a good bounce. Zems is there. The save still made by the Chips, but pressure surmounting on this CMU side. They just can't seem to escape. That's a nice pass down from Sushi. Trio redirect out. It falls right to AJ. High flick over one, and Central Michigan just cannot find their footing in this game.
3.5 to play here on game number 2. As CMU in this game, I mean, again, they really haven't had many threatening looks, as Michigan's really done a great job at holding this offense within their own half, pinning them down defensively. I mean, they've been stuck in the maroon half for quite some time. Maybe a 3-0 lead there. AJ's got a second. It's 3-0.
And that was just a massive double commit. Trio jumps up, and Cold Nice, he kind of leaked up, but then also got bumped from behind to open up that extra space. And AJ, again, getting a nice pass upfield from Sushi, and Michigan have a 3-0 lead. And Central Michigan Nation, they don't even have a shot right now.
Again, Michigan's defense has done a stellar job And holding them off, maybe a fourth here for AJ. 50 is a little high, but Wares will cover for now. Rebound, not there in time. Trio left alone, he's killed from his blind side. Now another opportunity here for Sushi. Has help in front. Cold Knights will clear again for the defense. Maybe on target there. AJ, huge save. Will at least hold to a 3-0 lead.
And now AJ is going to be back on it. Low boost for Cold Knights. Beware. A miss off the backboard. AJ almost able to put the double on target. Not quite. Will steal the boost. 50's at middle. The Wolverines, again, just looking really threatening on all sides of the ball here. Cold Knights flick. Blocked early by Sushi. AJ. A late shot on target is good. AJ has a hat trick in game 2.
2:19 to go. It's 4-0 for the Wolverine fans in Chatted Skies. These two played last season in the non-conference schedule. They played at 9 a.m. local time. So, 4 p.m.'s nothing to these guys after playing at 9 a.m. last season. With 2:19 left, Jonas. What a turn of events here in Game 2.
Yeah, this is really a crazy turnaround. I mean, we are seeing the script has been flipped, Nation. I mean, we went from seeing CMU getting a shutout win over Michigan in game 1, and now Michigan are having a dominant shutout performance right now against Central Michigan. Obviously, there's still time for CMU to get on the board, but again, have just got nothing to show for it. Have gotten a couple shots now, but their defense hasn't been able to answer as well.
1:45 to go here. Time beginning to become a factor for the Chippewa. With Beware's double. Couldn't turn that one home. And Sushi finds the clear for Michigan. 100 seconds to go in game number 2. And CMU, just nothing in response at all to the pressure Michigan's created.
And we're seeing the defense also still having some trouble. Trio will be able to sneak this one out. Beware's on target. Sushi makes a great flick into the backboard for the save. Cold Knights, one soft touch. It'll end up just giving possession right back to the Wolverines. AJ sends it out middle. Trio there. Cold Knights far side. Can't put it on target. Big bounce out to the midfield line. AJ, he's searching for 4, but the save will be made by Trio.
1:02 to go. Beware's over the first, has help. Rebound doesn't fall. AJ, another huge save to keep Michigan unscathed.
Good 50 from Trio. And right now, I think Central Michigan just looking to get on the board at all, find some sort of momentum moving forward, looking towards game 3 as this one looks like it might be over. AJ's fake down, but the shot from Trio is off target, and the immediate turnaround from Zemso is there. Michigan up 5.
And Zemso, a 5th of the game for the Wolverines. It is 5-0. And last game, Central Michigan able to shut Michigan out, but now it's a complete reverse. 5-0. 35 seconds left. This is all but over.
Yeah, I mean, now I have no idea what is going to happen in game number 3. I don't know if Central Michigan are again going to turn things around, maybe shut it down the other way, or if Michigan are just kind of on a roll here, and we'll see if they will be stopped. Beware's is just hunting Wolverines at this point, but the clear still made solidly by Michigan, and this is going to be a nice win to have in game number 2, and I definitely think it could be the start of kind of getting that ball rolling, trying to get, maybe things done in 4.
Maybe a last-second goal here for CMU if you can to at least find something for the road. That one won't go. Michigan 5-0, the final from game 2.
And a beautiful performance from AJ. Got the hat trick, got 3 saves. Sushi helping, being that playmaker, got 3 assists, got 2 saves of his own. Zemso, 2 goals on 4 shots. I mean, Michigan were just all over the place. Going 5 for 10 as a team seems incredible in its own right, but seeing Central Michigan also going 0 for 8 is a completely another story.
Especially after the efficiency we saw from Central Michigan in game 1 and compared to the lack of efficiency from Michigan in game 1. He turned things around. You shoot 5 of 10, 50% here for the Wolverines in game 2. But, in terms of CMU, I mean, again, 0 for 8. I mean, maybe it's just a fluke game and you couldn't get anything going, but you got to show in game 3 that you're still here to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a tough loss for CMU. It really is. I mean, losing 0-5, it's never going to be easy, but it looks like they are taking the full minute to kind of discuss what went wrong, maybe trying to strategize for game number 3, and I think that's always a great strategy. You just kind of take that deep breath, reset, try and forget about this game, learn from some of the mistakes, and then go into next game with a new and kind of revitalized spirit. As you know, if you get too much in your own head after one loss, everything can come crashing down.
That it can. I mean, again, you really want to spend a lot of time talking things over after the way a bad blowout goes like that, and that could be like momentum killing and morale killing when you get blown out like that. But a response here early in Game 3 will go the Shapuas on the board first.
And it's just a hard cheat up from Bewares immediately right into his front bumper, and was able to put away that one dancing on the goal line. And that's a nice start for CMU. I don't know what is with these early starts now.
Are we going to see Michigan get blown out?
I mean, it might happen. I mean, off the kickoff, that was already threatening to go. Trio's up for the shot. It's going to be blocked early by AJ. Now looking for a turnaround. Bewares whiffs. Cold Ice is being hunted, but he still makes a great save into the crossbar. And Central Michigan already playing amazing going into this third game, and we might very well just see a back and forth.
4:30 to go on the clock here in game number 3. Central Michigan responding well to adversity so far after a 5-0 loss in Game 2. Already see themselves 1-0 in the score sheets here in Game 3. But Michigan trying to go the other way, but where is he able to cut that one off? Is that pass quickly broken up? Now the Wolverines still in CMU territory. Another one broken up by Bewares. And again, Jordan, some midfield presence looks much better here in Game 3 than compared to the last 5 minutes of Game 2.
Yeah, it really does. We're seeing they just I don't know again what changed between games. They have a lot more confidence going at these challenges. We can see them playing more aggressive. It looks like they're almost taking the initiative more. And now Bewares is gonna have 2. Trio was able to set it up through the corner, and Bewares found a demo, turned, and immediately put a shot on.
Can we just have a game where both teams score, please? Like let's
No.
make this close. 2-0 CMU, 3:50 to go. 70 seconds have ticked off. And it is now 2-0 in favor of the Chips.
And Cold Knife's a huge challenge through the midfield. Sushi will put this one up. Trio already up to it. Demo from Sushi, starting to see that response from Michigan. AJ puts one on target. Trio a little bit awkward off that post still. Makes the save look easy. Now gets a good 50 as well. He's got none. Sushi will have to clear out. Cold Nice right back on target. There's no one home, and Cold Nice makes it 3-0.
What is going on? I'm at a loss of words. We are just seeing these teams take turns blowing each other out. 3:24 to go, just a minute and a half, and some change off the clock. And a fast 3-0 response for Central Michigan.
I mean, it's been about a minute and a half, and Central Michigan already have 7 shots on target. I mean, they are looking dangerous in this one, but, they looked dangerous in game number 1, and then things immediately turned around in favor of Michigan, but now a huge backflip from Cold Knights, and he's getting in the way of Trio. The shot is saved. What is happening?
3:07 to go. Both teams just got absolutely caught in their own rotations. That was almost completely botched by Michigan. 3:07 left. It's back down to a 2-goal lead.
Team bumps on the side of Central Michigan. AJ saving the initial shot. Zemzo having to 50 him just to get that first goal, but it's now the first time we do not see a shutout in this series, which seems crazy to say, as Zemso immediately looking for Trio. AJ gives it to Sushi, and now it's only a 1-goal game.
Here comes the Wolverines in game number 3. It's back down to just 1 after a 3-0 lead, and still plenty of time on the clock for the last one to come through. More than half the game to go.
It's a nice toss-up from AJ. He's been the playmaker in these first 2 goals for Michigan, and now already off the kickoff, proving to be threatening again. It'll fall to AJ. Gonna be looking for Zemso. Maybe a pinch. No, he just lets him have it. Now Sushi up to it. Bewares. Another nice clear. AJ, slow play, straight into the hands of Cold Knights. The net is open for a moment. Zemso jumps. Does he have the block? He does.
2.5 to go here in game number 3 of CMU. Trying to do all they can to hold off Michigan one last time to get game 3 under their belts with a 2-1 lead in hand, Jonas, but things have gone a little bit south for Central Michigan the last minute and a half or so.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, I'm expecting them to try and still kind of turn things around. I mean, we saw them look, again, they looked really good in this first minute and a half, but They still got to keep showing that kind of presence. They cannot let the Wolverines get back into a tie game, preferably. I mean, you don't want to let your opponent get 3 in a row. As Beware is looking for Trio. It's a good 50 from AJ, and he dunked another day straight through the defense, and we're all tied up.
Just completely cut out how you got there on the dunk. A minute 48 to go in Michigan. All level again after a 3-0 deficit face early. We're back to equilibrium.
And this is a really tough spot for CMU to be in. This might be a great look already. Cold Nice off the kickoff. That's a nice shot, top shelf. Good response from the Chips as they reclaim their lead early. Beware's a nice demo. Cold Nice just taking full advantage of that space he was given.
Yeah, he had Sushi beat in space and just got a little bit over him just in time to get that ball to fall. 4-3, minute 42, still 100 and some change to go. Left to play in game number 3 with Michigan. Plenty of time left.
Already getting back on the offensive side as well. Zemso flip reset through the corner. Sushi's there, going to be blocked by Trio. AJ lurking in the corner. Can't get past Cold Nice. Sushi trying to get in middle again. Bewares sends it sky high. Cold Nice just looking to play key boy. That's a great redirect on target from Cold Nice. Save will be made by AJ. Bewares back pass a little bit threatening now for CMU. Sushi no dunk through the corner, approaching the final minute of regulation. Central Michigan holding well.
Last minute though, a snapshot out to Trio. Almost dunked in lieu there. Maybe something here doesn't fall. Last minute underway in game 3. Michigan trying to pull every little trick left in the book to equalize here again.
They are indeed. But Zemso looking to send it upfield. That's a great shot from Beware. Straight into the back of that. Bewares has a hat trick. He's 3 for 3 this game.
43 seconds. Central Michigan has 10 total shots, so just beyond that game 2 shot total. They got a 2-goal difference, so that 2-shot difference could be the difference here in the scoring.
I mean, again, that shot from Beware that is a beauty. You know, it's something that looks simple, just having that little wall shot, but 75 miles an hour top shelf into the back of the net from midfield is a great strike from Beware, who's been having a great game all around and been getting some good support. Cold Nice also in scoring. Trio kind of in that playmaking. He's been having some good passes this game, and you know, Central Michigan, it's nice to see them, you know, really respond here. Michigan got 3 in a row. It looked like it was going to be the Wolverines to just make the comeback happen, but immediately CMU just add on 2 more, and it looks like they will indeed take this game. Time will tick down, and they got it. Central Michigan is on match point.
Who was a Central Michigan 2-1 over Michigan, and now the boys down in Ann Arbor need to get their stuff together here to try to force game 5.
Yeah, I mean, we know that they are fully capable of doing so. We will see if they're going to be able to, again, kind of shift that momentum back in tow. I mean, 7 shots is not bad compared to the 10 from Central Michigan. It was kind of an interesting back and forth. I mean, they were able to get the momentum going, and we'll see if they can, again, kind of reinstate that confidence. They ready up immediately, and they're trying to get right back into it.
That they are, but game 4, Michigan is all set and ready. CMU still taking that whole 60 seconds to talk things over after a 5-3 victory here in game 4. Game 3.
Yeah, I'm interested to see them kind of taking all the time. I know they're asking if their coach can join, but also just kind of taking the full minute in between, even after they were able to finish that game strong, is an interesting decision. I mean, Michigan, they wanted to go immediately, so maybe they were just trying to stall them a bit. But we'll have to see. Game number 4, Central Michigan looking to end it here, get a nice 3-1 win on the tally. But Michigan, on the other hand, they're just looking to really respond, to get 2 games back to back, and get another what I would consider to be an upset victory.
Oh, there's an early start. Michigan 4 seconds in, 1-0.
I mean, I think that's just becoming the norm for these 2 teams. The first goal always seems to be a kickoff goal. Sushi dropping it as third, able to get that touch just over the front bumper of Cold Nice to get a 1-0 lead for the Wolverines.
Game number 4, a fast start for Michigan, trying to revitalize that Game 2 performance earlier on in this series to storm back to a Game 5 situation. But, CMU got to stay composed here.
They do indeed. That's a nice shot from Cold Nice. Better save from AJ Bewares. Puts it down middle, right into the hands of Zemso. It's a great wall pinch all the way downfield. Cold Nice. Clear, cut short by AJ. Does he have enough for a double? Yes, he does. Cold Nice ready for it. However, immediate catch and turn trio lurking upfield for bumps and demos. Cold Nice into the backboard. It's going to be a tough bounce for the Wolverines. Sushi deals well. Central Michigan providing a lot of pressure here.
Where's the midfield? Fires a little high. Rebound doesn't fall for the double. Cold Nice left alone in the backfield. Trio going to give it right back to Michigan. Maybe a fast break here. Trio's alone. We'll find the save 60 seconds down in Central Michigan. Still hold within one for now as Michigan trying to swarm in and get this game to a 2-0 lead.
Cold Nice has a nice clear looking middle. Sushi still on it, even with low boost, able to make the clear happen. Zemso again. Pinch off the wall, trying to get middle. I mean, it's already, you're asking if we can see it back and forth in one of these games, Nation. This looks to be the one that's going to be back and forth until, last game was kind of two dominating forces, taking turns, but this one really looks to be locked in. Michigan still looking to add on. Cold Nice tried to snake that one away. It was just put wide. Now AJ, big flick, top left, forces a double commit. Is there anyone home for the Wolverines for another shot? Zemso puts it low, but the save is made.
2 minutes elapsed so far in the game for CMU. That shot just wide. Cleared again by Zemso. 2 minutes down, Jonas. And what are we seeing down the stretch here from Michigan? Let's turn the tides early in game 4.
Ultimately, we're seeing their defense really lighting up in the midfield. And Trio, that's a good first touch off the crossbar. Bewares will fall through Michigan. We just saw the defense eventually crumble. It was a big double commit between Zems and Sushi, and eventually that just led everything to falling through. And Central Michigan will tie it up.
With all these early starts and the tie game earlier that quickly responded for CMU, we haven't played much seconds at a tied score. We'll see how long this tie will last. This one probably not all that long. CMU might have a second. No, it's turned away.
It's gonna be a nice save from AJ, but this 50 immediately on target. Zemso is there in time for the save. Central Michigan another shot. This one from Trio being wide. Sushi clear off the corner. Bewares back through. AJ was able to secure that corner boost. That's going to help him a lot in the clearing effort. Zemso getting bumped. Trio back pass to Cold Nice. Sushi gets a great read on the play. Another block. And now Sushi pre-jumping Bewares and steals away his possession.
Back to midfield. Bewares can try to turn and fire that one. 2 minutes left in game number 4. Some change. Sushi over the middle. A bump and finds a demo. 2-1 the Wolverines.
Beautifully done from Sushi. The Wolverines finally got some space to work, and Sushi did exactly that. Air dribble bump, one of the most unstoppable plays in Rocket League, and he executed beautifully.
That he did. 2 minutes on the exact dot here. 2-1 now. The Chips trail by 1, looking game 5 dead in the eye if this score will hold.
So they are. We're seeing a lot of pressure still out of both sides. We're seeing a lot of demos coming through now. The physicality always being an interesting attribute to these matches. Cold Nice clear will fall to AJ. Zemso demo tries to flick it on target. Cold Nice there for the save. Has been doing well defensively so far this game. Bewares out to Trio. Bit of a heavy touch and now gets bumped off by Sushi. Zemso loses control. Sushi, does he have the clear? Yes, he does. Right back to the other side. I think this clock favoring Michigan as time goes on, and there just seem to be adding more pressure on the offensive end.
Yeah, CMU still 75 seconds, so to get this game back within striking distance, they almost there. Rebound also doesn't end up falling. The Chips offense, now Michigan in transition. AJ on target. Beware is able to clear for now. 1 minute remaining in game 4. Has help up top, but no one there to cover.
Trio needs a big clear. He skies it. Sushi's on it. Can Cold Nice get there first? No, Sushi. Another nice block. Finds the clear out as well. It's going to buy a lot of time for the Wolverines. Less than 45 seconds. Zemso pinches it down middle. A little bit awkward here for the Chips. Big demo. Sushi wins the 50 again. Michigan, they're just seeming to get these great challenges, these great 50s going their way, and it's just taking so much time off the clock.
30 seconds. Central Michigan need a response now, Jonas. 20 to play in trio. It has to be here, but here's a dunk. CMU now going to go back to defense. Michigan, that might be the dagger.
Yeah, it very well might be. I mean, we saw a couple demos at the midfield and then just a clean takeaway from AJ, and then there's just no one left home. AJ gets his first of game number 4, and I think that will secure it.
Well, they need something off the kickoff right here and right now. We'll see if they get it. They get a favorable bounce. They have possession one-on-one. Doesn't get the shot they like. 10 to go. That'll do it, Curtis. Game 5 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, this proving to be a great series going head-to-head. Trio not going to have anything left, and Michigan respond well in game number 4. I mean, ultimately, I think that was the best looking Michigan that we've seen so far, maybe even better than game 2 Michigan. Is this one, we saw Central Michigan, you know, they were still playing aggressive, they were still playing well in tandem, but we saw Michigan's defense really firing on all cylinders. Their offense was able to turn things around as well. I mean, Central Michigan outshot them 12-9, and they still tripled their score.
It's shocking. I mean, again, Michigan were more efficient. I mean, 12 shots of CMU, only one found the back of the Mays net there. But for Central Michigan, I mean, they had a lot of close opportunities to put shots away and create those bump demo advantages, and they couldn't do so down the stretch this game. Michigan get the job done. We're going to game 5. Jonas, CMU taking the full 60 again. We talk things over and figure out a plan for game 5.
I mean, it worked well for them after game number 2. They responded well in game number 3. But now, Champions Field, Michigan, Central Michigan, one victor here in week 2 of non-conference. Again, this could prove to be a big win for either side. I still think it would favor Michigan a little bit more if they're able to get the W, but we'll have to see in due time. Game 5 underway.
Game 5. Do or die for Central Michigan or Michigan. I don't think this loss really hurts either team all that much, but we'll see how things shake out come April. But right now, what we're worried about here in February, on the 7th of February, this is a non-conference game to close out the non-conference portion for both sides. To round out, this is their 4th and final non-conference match, Jonas, and they need to close things out with a win.
They do indeed. I mean, this would be huge for either side. Both these teams, as mentioned before, they have a lot of tough competition in their conferences. These non-conference wins are going to be huge. We'll see what happens. Trio fires wide for CMU. Bounce off the corner. AJ a little bit awkward off the back wall. Beware's going middle. Cold Nice way back as third. Will still get a great challenge. AJ right back to the corner. He has been a rock for this side of Michigan, but we're going to see if he can again step up here in game 5.
4 minutes to go on the clock so far. The first minute has come and gone. Neither team really with much offense. We're just seeing one total shot through the first frame of game number 5. And Central Michigan lead at 1-0 in the shot category, but still a 0-0 ball game. Michigan might have a registered shot there. That they will. Fucci fires and scores 1-0.
And the defense just fell apart so quickly. We saw Beware's accidentally send that one almost on target. You can see Trio and Cold Nice miscommunication. Left it off the backboard and left a wide open look for Sushi. You cannot have that happen.
3:40 to go, minute 20 down. Now CMU need a response.
They do indeed, but they're already looking a little bit awkward. We might be seeing some nerves here, nation, from Central Michigan. There's still, again, as you mentioned, lots of time to get back into it. Trio might have a look here. Dunked by Sushi. Trying to get right back in tandem. No boost. Works his way through. Cold Nice Trio. That's a beautiful touch out. Cold Nice can't send it on target as Michigan will look to respond back the other way.
So there fires for Beware. And it really feels like the Trio offense has really been dialed in through Beware. So they need more production out of him, and Trio and Cold Nice get to set up the midfield. This Chips offense, it really hasn't seen much as Sushi finds a second.
And the defense just not looking great here for CMU. Cold Nice diving to the corner as Trio just picked up that boost again. Two players kind of on that same rotation. Opens up a clear and present opportunity for the Wolverines, now up 2-0. And I gotta say, Nation, it feels like on offense they haven't had to work too hard for him.
Gotta be his goal here. The shot is good, no good,
No.
and a huge save. CMU needed that. 2:44 to play, and CMU's offense continues to have no success in crucial moments.
And now the swift turnaround from the Wolverines as well. That might, I mean, I know there's still half this game left, but that is not the sequence you want. Beware's missed the open look, dove in as third, got beat by Sushi, and Zemzo collects the open net. Half this game left, but Central Michigan, I think they're just falling under the pressure, Nation.
That really feels like a moral kill shot at this point in the game. Halftime, though, in Game 5, CMU trail by 3, and Michigan's win to really turn the tides and shut out this CMU team in 2 of those 3 games if this score will hold. But the waves that Michigan has won has been dominant.
It has indeed. I mean, you know, Game 2, winning 5-0 was obviously huge. Then, you know, being able to turn around and have a great defensive game on top of their offense working in game number 4, and now going right back to looking dominant. It's a great save from Trio. The redirect into his own backboard. Zemso will again clean it up for Michigan, but right now the Wolverines, they just seem very comfortable. A pinch on target stopped early by Cole Knights. Another transition that feels necessary, but Bewares can't put it on target. Trio has a look, it's off. Bewares open net. No, got no power, and the save is made by Sushi.
Gotta score here. If you're CMU and you couldn't do it, that might be the real morale killer, Jonas, as they've had so many elite looks in this game and couldn't put anything away.
Yeah, they are currently 0-4. That one off the crossbar for Trio, make it 0-5. Bewares sends it right back into the ceiling. Zemzo, one touch out, it falls to Trio. Gets a great first touch, no reset. It's just gonna be on target. We saw Cold Nice dive in looking for a 50. Bewares pre-flip middle. Trio there. The save is made by AJ, and nothing is going right for Central Michigan. Cold Nice follows it up, and this one will fall through. The chips on the board, and there is life with less than a minute to go.
Well, they're 1 for 8. It took them 8 shots to finally bury something with 56 seconds. Is there enough time for 2?
I mean, it's definitely possible. We'll see if that kind of opens the floodgates here in game number 5, but ultimately we know Michigan, how good they are. That was an open look there as Trio almost gifted that to Zemzo. AJ, a touch over one. Bewares dunked by Sushi. Cold Knights will have the clear out, but it's wide into open space. That's going to waste a lot of time favoring the Wolverines. Demos traded on the far side. Trio looking for a late touch. He finds it. Bewares. A chip in the corner. AJ misses. Sushi. Clear is out, and we're still seeing CMU struggling to get momentum back the other way.
Well, this possession has to be a goal. If you're Central Michigan, the shot there, it's good. 3-2, 19 to play.
And that was a great bounce. AJ, a mistouch there, and then Zemso couldn't find a touch, and Cold Knights delivered it on a silver platter to Trio. 19 seconds. Central Michigan need another.
There's some life, Jonas. 19 seconds. Can they get it done?
It's definitely possible. Bewares up to it. We see a demo off the back wall. Save is made by Zemzo. We need to see this offense turn it right back around, and miss from Trio. Cold Knights will retreat back into the corner. Sends it sky high. AJ misses. Bewares downfield. Cold Knights. No, it's saved by Sushi. Will that be it? It's still floating. The Wolverines looking to kill it. They will. Michigan hold off CMU and take it in 5.
Dang, and they get the look they wanted at the end, too, and didn't get it to fall through, Jonas. So what a series, and what a way to kick off this early afternoon Friday broadcast.
I mean, ultimately, that was a great match between these two Michigan schools. It was a nice fight. We saw the back and forth. We saw each team have some great games. But ultimately, I think Central Michigan, I think they were a little nervous going into that game 5. We just saw a couple mistakes that couldn't happen, and then Michigan were able to get up 3, and by that point, we saw Central Michigan, they fought back well in kind of those final couple minutes, but it was just too far out of their hands.
That it was, but what a series. Again, game 5, couldn't ask for a better finish, and CMU just didn't have enough time to really work it down the stretch, but It was still a good series, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was indeed. It was still a lot of fun to watch. I mean, I think that win will still track pretty well for Michigan. I mean, Central Michigan, as mentioned, I still think they're going to be probably a top four team if I had to guess in the MAC, and I think that'll favor Michigan. Kind of looking forward if they're able to perform well in the Big Ten. Who knows what could happen?
Well, who knows? We're gonna go ahead and end this. We will not be live until about 6:50 Eastern. Join us for Clemson versus Rutgers at 7 Eastern, and Cal Poly out of the Big West takes on Baylor in the Big 12 at 8 Eastern. And then join us as a 3-game slate later tonight, beginning at 10 Eastern through 11:30. We'll see you guys later tonight. It's been Nation. Join us on the call for this afternoon. We'll see you guys this evening.